Hey, we're live. How are you, visionary entrepreneurs and life changers? Today is Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Thursday, I'll be meeting with you on my inspiration and implementation time live with Spring. And by this, actually, today is Valentine's Day. What a coincidence, right? Wonderful day. And I'm now in New York City at my home office. And New York City yesterday, actually, we had a big not very huge, but quite a big like a snowstorm. Got snow, but I believe will almost be the very last one of the winter of 2019. And the spring is in the air. Today you can see the sunlight, and all the. It's just like not so windy and quite warmer than the previous days. You feel like wow, the hope is in front of us, and spring's coming. So I guess everybody's cheering up, and today is Valentine's Day. First, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And if you are watching, join me live or watching this replay, I hope it's today. So my greeting to you it still makes sense for you, okay? Happy Valentine's Day. And today our topic is your life story is the meaning and the power. And it's interesting, I actually updated this title 3 times. The first time was just simply your life story is meaningful. Then I feel that sounds like not expressing the full meaning I really want to convey. So and then I was thinking through, and I put it, your life story is meaningful and the power. And my husband challenged me, oh, that's not like a parallel, that's not like the best grammar. I think, oh, that's actually a good catch. It's not just like a not good grammar. By the way, my English is not my first language, so I believe I will not really make any perfect English, but that reminded me the meaning behind this title. So that caused me to think through. So it's not just the meaningful. I think meaningful. There are so many things that are meaningful, right? But meaningful is still not strong enough for the real meaning I want to convey. So I thought through, and then I changed update the title the last time. So now is that the title is your life story is the meaning and the power. And I will explain to you why. And by the way, today is Valentine's Day. I just want everybody's, it's just like a little fun here, okay? If you are watching the live replay, can you comment under my video to let me know what you were doing? You are doing for the Valentine's Day, anything special? I'm just curious, okay? Just take me as a kid, because I'm just curious, what are most people doing on Valentine's Day? I know quite a few are sending, I received so many funny text messages or images, beautiful pictures and greetings and blessings through my text messages and on my Facebook. So, but I'm just wonder what specifically you're doing. And this day, I quickly share with you. Before my live video, I went to my daughter's elementary school. She's now in a 5th grader, so this is her last year of her elementary school. So I made sure that I need to go to attend her class party for the Valentine's Day. So there will be no PTO complaint to me, okay, as a mom. And so I just shared some pictures on my Facebook profile. So if you check it later, you will see those cheerful, beautiful pictures with those kids. I always feel so energetic. Stay with kids. So if you want to have more fun, more joy in your life, more youth in your life, make sure you will stay more time with kids. Of course, and lovely, those teachers, they are wonderful, wonderful teachers. And one of the teacher, Miss Puma, he even made up, put some like powder, white powder on his hair, beards, and put some like how to say 8 glasses, and also put some stuff inside of his belly under his t-shirt, and put a pole, pretend that he's 100 years old. It's like remind the kids, oh wow, how much energy the teachers have been putting in you. I'm now 100 years old. So quite fun. So check my pictures there. Okay. So now get back to our topic. Okay. Make sure you share what you are doing for the Valentine's Day. I'm just to feed my curiosity. Okay. I just want to cheer up for this special day. And actually today we will celebrate later evening. We will celebrate with grandma. It's her birthday, 74th. Yeah, 74th birthday, and she was born on Valentine's Day. What a wonderful day, right? The God is really blessed her on this day. Okay, today the topic, your life story is the meaning and the power. And I just shared in my brief introduction about this event, shared about my experience on Monday. This Monday, I had this honor, and by the way, who's joining me? I just share some funny background. Okay, so Monday, I went to Nasdaq. I announced this news almost 1 month ago, and now fulfilled it. I feel so grateful, really, so grateful, so humbled, and so honored. I could fulfill this, like it's almost like even though I've been in coaching for 10 years, but it's still like the first step for my mission, just like a first step. Yeah, it's a big step for me, a big milestone. And before that, I shared, I went to Nasdaq, right? I shared quite some like live videos and also pictures about that day, that wonderful day. What an intense day. Within that one day, I went to Nasdaq, my picture, big profile picture, got on the JumboTron, on the Nasdaq's JumboTron at the Times Square in Manhattan, 75 feet. And we had a video, photo, and we went into the Nasdaq inside the building, and I did a live speech for about over 5 minutes. And within dozens of successful entrepreneurs, speakers, and industry influencers, I did it. I delivered my message. And later on, I will share with you some story behind the story, but I feel so grateful I delivered it, because 1 month ago in January, I still had that doubt. Could I do that? Could I do that? Because I've never had such kind of like a big highlight time. Even though I've been doing quite some speaking, most are on Facebook Live, sometimes with my partners, and previously I did some like a small scale speaking, live speaking. But this time is really a big one, right? As you know, not so many people really get on the stage of Nasdaq or even on the JumboTron. I checked some like I googled online. I almost found no many like not so many individuals really get on the JumboTron. No mention about a Chinese lady. I guess maybe I create some history. I don't know that yet. I will check that later. But this experience totally transformed my own life, and also through my message, I believe has already impacted many other people's lives as well. So I did that speech, and people, everyone, from my mentor to the producers, to those entrepreneurs and speakers on site, and even the photographers, they all gave me this, and they praised me, and I got the endorsement right on site within half an hour. 7 people gave me endorsement, and everyone told me it's like this. So it's totally a blessing. But I will share more about the story behind the story, right? I promised. So it's not like everything is like looks so fancy. It looks from surface looks so fancy, right? So it's a great opportunity, blessed me. And some people ask me, how did you land it? How do you land this? It's fantastic, right? Amazing. How did you land it? Nothing is really just a coincidence. 10 years in the coaching, I've been preparing myself every day, right? Even though I could never imagine this day, but I had been preparing myself for something bigger than what I was doing. So since 10 years ago, I left the corporate world, I left the Fortune 100 company, I started my coaching business, I started to help people discover their purpose, their passion, and to do what they love to do. And through those 10 years, boy, I experienced so much. My life, it's just like to the heaven and to the hell. I could never imagine that. It's just like a up, and down, right? And through those 10 years, I refined my niche. And later on, after this video, when I get the professional video, I will share with you my live speech at the Nasdaq. Okay, are you curious to listen to and to watch that? Comment under my video, please, to let me know that you're interested. And I will say, how many people are really interested, I will share that to really the public, even though I count that as a public already. But share on the social media is another really showing to public, right? So please comment under my video, let me know that you're really interested to learn about that really inspiring message and story. Actually, it's really story. And here I want to share with you briefly. Actually, I shared a little bit in my previous video about how I landed this opportunity. I prepared the 10 years, right? But even though I never imagined I will get here, but I still have the big dream. I've not reached there yet. So on the cruise, the ship, right? Remember I shared in January, I went to the Russell Brunson's VIP Mastermind cruise. We have over 200 people, successful entrepreneurs, masterminding on that big, huge, fancy cruise, Norwegian Bliss. On that 8 days of cruise to Caribbean, I was planning for my 2019 targets, vision, everything, and I found that I still have big gap from what I really want to achieve. So that night, on the balcony of my cabin on the ship, I was looking outside, in the sky, into the sky, the night, the sky, and I saw all the stars and found the brightest one. And I said, God, I really said that as God, I'm still far from what I really want to achieve. And I don't know how to get there. I really hope. And I said, that star, the brightest star, is really my dream, where I want to achieve. And I, by myself, I could not reach it. It's impossible for me to reach it. I need your help. I need your help to reach it. And my dream, one day, not a big dream, in my vision, it's really a visualized vision, is that one day I will stay on the stage with those titans like Tony Robbins. I will stay on the same stage with them, but that's like the brightest star far in the distance. It's impossible for me to reach at that moment. So I asked God, I need your help. And the next day, I saw on the program of the cruise that day, there's a program. There's so many entertainments, right? So fancy entertainment, restaurant, everything. But only that one jumped into my eyes, said, find the meaning of your life story. Oh, this is interesting, right? Because it really resonated with what I'm doing as a coach. So, okay, so everyone else is doing their like singing, dancing, drinking at the bar, right? Networking. I went to that program and I met my mentor, Clint Arthur, and he just showed up at the right time. And I followed him through the 3 programs, 3 like actually events on that cruise, collectively through 3 days, and listen to his message, his transformational stories, and how he's changing people's lives, and what kind of programs he's created to help to create like celebrity entrepreneurs. It's a big investment. At that time, I was a little bit hesitating. I said, can I make that? Looks like still far from me, right? Even though it's like reachable, but I was a little bit scared. Can I do that? And especially what he is providing and inviting me to do is really in February, the Nasdaq speaking, only 1 month from the cruise time. So only 1 month, can I do that? I did not even get my story ready yet. I've been teaching all the like strategies, marketing, and clarify your vision, how to claim your purposeful and profitable niche, everything like that, right? More focused strategies, best practice, everything. It's more like logic thinking. But now I need to find challenging me to share my most difficult, most challenging, most painful story, which I like my secret, my personal secret, I would never want to share with anyone else, including my spouse, my parents, right? So I said, oh my God, that's a big, in addition to the public speaking at the Nasdaq, and the story itself is already a big challenge already. But I guess it's just like God bless the right person to meet my life at the right time. I connected that courage to take that challenge. So I said yes. So I took his invitation, and I shared my story, my life stories, the most painful stories. I got into tears for quite some time, I shared my story with him. And thank God it's not really in my work environment. It's on a cruise. Like, suppose everybody's relaxed, right? So I feel a little bit easier for me to really release. And we're in a very like a private environment, so nobody else is really like listening to us. And there's a big sea, right? We're on a sea, like Caribbean Ocean there, and you can see the sea. You are by the balcony of the cruise. So help me calm down, look at the sea, look at beautiful sky and the sea. I shared my story, and Clint helped me to reorganize my story, how to pick up the best part and put them in a short but very like intense story within 5 minutes. That's the purpose of creating in a short story, but it's a powerful story. So he helped me, coached me through that process. And so before we left the cruise, my story is almost done. And of course, after that, following it, after my cruise, we had like a review, edit, and update. And then it's my rehearsal time, right? I need to memorize it and need to really to present it. And then one day before, actually this past Sunday, Clint gave us a workshop, on-site workshop in Manhattan to teach us how to deliver our message, how to present our message as a speaker, as a VIP speaker. So he taught us quite great strategies, secrets, and that's a wonderful, even a Sunday, that's a very intense but a wonderful transformation. Also, we have on-site, I remember we have over 20 or 24, around 24 speakers, and he called us for the hot seats. A few volunteers get onto the hot seat to get our speech and also get the on-site audits or critics. And I volunteered to be one of the hot seats. So that took me another, challenge, right? Step out of my comfort zone. And Sunday, really, really intense day. Sunday from noontime to the nighttime. And we went to the Times Square, gathered in front of the JumboTron. Everyone gets only 15 seconds. The JumboTron 75 feet tall of the Nasdaq JumboTron is so expensive, right? Advertisements, every advertisement is just stay there 10 to 15 seconds. And we keep changing. Boy, they are making huge money, right? That's a great business. They're making really huge money. But for us, everybody get 15 seconds, get both video, short video, a quick shout out video, and also professional photos. And then we get into actually the not time I made up, because unfortunately my name, the last name is Z, starting from Z. They put everybody's in a sequence by our alphabet, our last name. So in the sequence, I'm always be put in at the last one. So both for the outside presence and inside the speaking, I was put on the last one. So how nervous I was, because everybody's finished, and I was the last one, right? So I made for that 10 seconds, almost 10 to 15 seconds. I was quite nervous, and I got some like a little mistake there. I hope they could edit that, otherwise I will see. Anyway, so that's why, oh my God, I'm already making mistake. I was thinking, oh gosh, God, please, I will lose that today. I was like, a little bit so more nervous, right? Once you make some mistake in your speaking, you may be more nervous. So we will see. So I actually shoot a live video shared on my page, and then we walked into the Nasdaq. We did a lot of rounds of like photos and the speakers shared with each other, network with each other, and help each other to take pictures. And I shoot another 2 brief live videos just to make up my mistake outside to see how I could fully express myself. So good, at least within 20 seconds, right? I did a complete message there, like shout outs. If you were watching on my page, you could see some brief greeting video I shoot there. So I accomplished that one. That's good. But then when we really get into Nasdaq in that speaking event room, after quite a good setup, right? Everybody sit down. I have dozens of people. We have professional producers, professional photographers, everybody at the back and our side. Okay, that's really serious environment, right? And remember, I was put at the last of the list. of I think it's 21 speakers. I was the 21st. So wow, that's 4 hours. 4 hours. Everybody get a few minutes, right, to share your story. And I was the last one. I saw everyone, you know, keep getting there, including my mentor, giving a speech and giving a story, and majority of them did a fantastic job. And that made me, I enjoyed their story, right? But at the same time also make me even more nervous because I know most of them, majority of them are speaking English, and their story is wonderful, inspiring, and many of them can really speak so smoothly, so like naturally, without any interruption, in my mistake. Oh my God, I was sitting there almost like, and I feel a little bit guilty because some of those speakers I could not fully concentrate on because I was quite nervous about my own speech, because I do not want to like so engage into listening to them and then totally forget my message, right? So for some of them, if they were sharing, I found that it's not so interesting or so like engaging. Then I will in my mind I would try to memorize my message. I see one or two other like maybe a little bit nervous. They also put their printed out the script. One moment, sorry. It's quite dry. Winter season. Okay. Quite some speakers, right? Most of them, majority accomplish their job perfectly, beautifully. And a few others, maybe they are also similar to me. First time to such kind of big event, a little bit nervous. You put a transcript printed out. I saw there big fonts, like a few pages, so that could remind them. So a few of them did bring their transcripts with them. So while they were speaking, they can refer to it. So they also made it good. And then I was challenging myself, struggling there. I said, should I bring my how's the transcript there? Let me see if I still have the copy. Let me see if I still keep this copy here. Oh, here. Let me show you my print. Because I did not intend that I will bring it up to the stage, to the podium. My computer, my computer gets some problem, and it's like this, and the font is small, right? And our mentor asked us, if you want to refer to your transcript, you need to print it big fonts. So I was bring this. I was even shy to show to other people, to my mentor. But when you, after 4 hours, everybody's almost like a little bit tired, right? It's a little bit hungry as well, from like from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 4 hours. And so majority of people are a little bit tired, hungry, and almost like a weird out. I'm the last one. I was the last one. So it's finally my time. I was praying. Gosh, I was praying all the way to get there. So I said, God, please don't let me get a blank in my mind and forget my words. So I decided to bring my copy upstage, but I also challenged myself. I said, please don't let me to refer to it, because when I was practicing rehearsal, I did not refer to it. So if I bring it and refer to it, it will be another distraction, right? So I brought it up there for the next scenario, for like a nightmare scenario. But I also, inside my heart, I decided to not refer to it, okay? So I made that decision. So when I got there, I started to speaking. Initially I thought, God, I was in a panic. I said, God, don't let me forget, right? But while I was speaking there, some miracles, really miracles started right that moment. It's just like when I was speaking, the next sentence is flowing to my mind and my mouth. And I even performed like VIP speakers. Really, I performed so well as a VIP speaker. Even during my rehearsal time, I was not sure I could really do that, because normally I do not want to use so much like my hand move, all this like how to say, the secret techniques our mentor taught us how to be the right speaker, right? So initially I could not imagine I could do that in front of all the people. At that moment, everything's flowing out of my mouth. And it's just like, I felt that moment, it's like God is with me. It's really with me. And I did not forget almost like anything. Maybe there is only one sentence I hesitated a little bit, but I spoke it out smoothly with all the postures, all the tones and the volume, the pause, everything. And I just flowed out of my mouth, my face, my body language, my expression. Wow. So when after the end, when I finished that, when I put that big star poster for my professional photo, right? I feel like, my God, thank you so much in my heart. And I thanked everybody on site, of course, right? But inside my heart and my mind, I was thanking God, thank you for being with me. And everybody was applauding, and my mentor gave me a thumbs up. And oh my God, that was like I get a new life. I got totally transformed at that moment. And at that moment, I gained that belief that I was meant to be there. I was meant to deliver this message. I was meant to have this life story, to own it and to share it. Previously, it was like a shame to me, that kind of a secret life story, because this was like my life from the heaven to hell. That kind of it's almost like death. It's almost death, so close to death. In the near future, when you listen to that, watch to that message, you will know that what I mean. So I never thought I could really go over it. When I was inside of that story, when I was the major role inside of that story, I could not see the light. I thought, God, why you're punishing me? Why you're so unfair to me, even though I've been so faithful to you, right? So when you are in your life story, you could not see that picture. You could not see the big picture, what God prepared for you. And you was thought, oh, it's unfair. Life is unfair. Why this is happening to me? Why is happening to me? And why it's not everybody like around me, but why only me? What did I wrong? I've been so faithful. I've been giving all my love, but why I've been so punished so much more than other people who do not even care? So, but at that moment, once I finished delivering that my life story, first time publicly to the world, even though that moment is just through this small room, but I know the producers there, they shoot the professional videos, and in the future we will share to the world. So that moment is really equals to sharing to the world. And that moment, after I delivering it, after I almost delivering a baby, I realized my life story is the meaning for my life. That story, that experience, everything I complained, I cursed, it's really like a nightmare, it's like a death, everything's like a punishment. And that moment made sense, totally fully sense to me, that my life was created to go through it. And one day it became that personal resurrection and transformation become my story and become me and part of me. And that makes my life meaningful. So I call it why your life story is your meaning, is the meaning, and also the power. Because I'm also the witness to say how powerful, how impactful it is, the impact, the inspiration and transformation is generated on site. Because everybody told me, including the photographer later, she told me, your story is wonderful, it's amazing. And they were inspired so much. And the one testimony, a gentleman, he's a great speaker there. And he told me, he almost get into his tears, he almost cried. And they were so touched. And I connected right on site, 7 testimonies. And before we left the Nasdaq and went for Harvard Club for a celebration event, the evening celebration event. And at that time, and on site, we share, you know, after the series life story time, right, the public time, and then we went to a club to have the dinner and also share some more like a relaxed time. Everybody went on the stage to share like a funny story or joke. So, and I also accomplished that. I organized some funny stories, even though I do not feel like I'm a very funny person, right? I normally do not share like jokes or funny stories. But at time on site, I create something and I volunteer to, you know, to go there. I did not wait till the last one. So fortunately, they did not put the name list by our name at that time. So you can volunteer, whoever is ready to go up. So I went up, and when I was ready, so quite far before quite some other people got ready. So I went there and shared some another joke story and a funny story, and I did get applause again, right? But the really transformational moment is really that 5-minute speech to the public at the Nasdaq. And that is totally another transformational time for me personally, even though I was sharing my life story to inspire other people. But itself, that process itself transformed my life as well. So today when I'm sharing, for example, the fancy pictures, my beautiful profile picture on the JumboTron 75 feet JumboTron, it looks fancy, looks beautiful, right? But that's not the only thing really transformed my life. Of course, you need the courage, right? Get there. You need the courage to invest in yourself. You need the courage to really share your life story with the public. You need the courage to get on the stage, standing in front of the podium and talk to the public and to really deliver the message in a good way. And challenge yourself to do the public speaking and challenge yourself to really convey this message to inspire more people, and challenge yourself to have the courage to keep sharing this story again and again. I know it started. I may still have challenges now and in the future, right? I still have a challenge to share my life stories in the public, because every time when you open it, it's like a scar, you open it again and again, but it's really meaningful way. And now I totally see the meaning of it and the power of it and how many people could benefit from it, and that make it so worth it. When I was in it, I could totally not say any meaning. I could not say why. I could not say the way it will generate any kind of a difference. But now I see that all the pains, all the price I paid, in almost like my life, I paid for it. That's my life story. Why I call it my life story. It's not just the ending stories. Yeah, of course, through our life's journey, everyone could have so many stories, but only the true life story transforms people's lives and also yourself's life. And that's why some like speakers, when they get there, if they, even though they share some like funny or good stories, or even though some of them may share quite some how say their learning or inspiration from it, or it may not be so touchable. And how your message could be the most touchable is really you are using your life to write that story, the best story, the most painful story, and the story you most would not like to share with anybody. That will be your best story. And here I want to have a brief summary to help you to how to really create your life story. So believe that your life story is created for a greater purpose than you could imagine. And now I can see that, because I did not know that before. And now I can see that. Even though some of you may still be in that story, inside of that story, even though it may be still happening, even though you could not see the hope, but believe in this. It's created for a greater purpose, for greater meaning, and beyond what you could imagine. Okay, so here I just summarize a brief process. You can really get your life story out. But remember, the most secret and painful and the one you do not want to share with anybody, that's your life story, okay? And I would encourage you to first write down your life story. really need to write down. Okay, sort out. First, do not worry about any perfect grammar or language, but just write down your life story. And then from the logic is like from the happiest time. Make sure in your story you have the from the happiest time and to the most challenging part. And then the most painful time and you're lost. The most painful time and lost. Many times that kind of painful time involves into guilt, shame, pain, heartbroken. To me, it's totally like a death time. So it's a fully lost, where you totally get lost that time. And then write down about your turning point, that transformation. And then from the transformation, what's your discovery and what's the results? What's the impact to yourself and to your own lives and to other people's life who are related. And then write out the purpose and the meaning you find through this story. And the final step is like really rehearse it and speak it out. Rehearse it and speak it out. You need to really own your story. And the rehearsal time is so important. And I basically witnessed my transformation within just 1 week, or even just like 1 day. Like before the Sunday, I was just memorizing the transcript, my story, memorizing it. It's still like words in my mind. But through the Sunday's training and practicing and rehearsal, adding my performance inside of it, I feel like it's alive. To make that story alive and adding your VIP speaking inside of it, how to use your body language, use your expression, use your heart, and use your spirit. All of you engage into that story. It's just like you are relive that story and to present to the public. So then it's not just a speaking. It's like you are living your story and share with this world. So I hope today this message, you find it helpful. If you have any question, like I know if you are watching this video, you must be a visionary entrepreneur, because I've been calling visionary entrepreneurs. And if this title resonates to you, I believe you are a visionary person. And if you are entrepreneur or business owner, this will be very helpful for you to encourage you. I hope it's like it's encouraging for you to really step up and stand out in your niche to become the leader you are called to be. Okay, so if you are today, actually, I also want to share with you a free gift. It's called a content creator for experts and leaders. And if you have not downloaded before, make sure you will download it. I'm still giving it for free, but I'm not sure how long I will put it there in the market. Because I will get into a new project and maybe I will take that off the shelf. So make sure you will download today, find the link under my video, the free gift, content creator for experts and leaders, to help you how to get your own message, your talents, your gifts into your great content and share with the world and create the impact and attract your ideal clients to you. And it's just like a flow. Your clients, ideal clients will be like a flow coming to you, be attracted to you instead of you chase them. And also, if you really want to quickly stand out in your niche, to become a thought leader, to be like a pursued and confident leader, welcome to contact me, send me a text, like a private message. We can have a chat to help you to further clarify your vision, where you want to go, and what's the best way for you to quickly stand out. Okay, thank you so much for staying with me. Wish you all enjoy today's video and also happy Wednesday again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.